Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of BookMic&you, where we discuss books. So, we have concluded with our previous episode, we have concluded Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And this episode, what we want to do is we want to discuss the book in detail. We want to discuss the characters, their flaws, their relationships with each other, with their spouses. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. And please let us know what you think.
Yeah. How should we start? With which character should we start? I think or the obvious answer would be Elizabeth, right? Our protagonist.
Okay, yes. She's had quite ups and downs, right, with her
Yeah.
relation with Mr. Darcy. So let's begin with that. I was just thinking, so
Hmm.
if you're somebody who has no idea about the book,
Hmm.
so when you read the book in the beginning, you
Hmm.
would not think that Elizabeth would end up with Mr. Darcy, right? You wouldn't think that.
Mm, okay, yeah, but I cannot answer this because even before reading the book, I knew what was going to happen. So I
Is it
can't.
because you heard it from someone or you watched some sort of adaptation?
No, I
Is it
read a
because of that?
summary. So Pride and Prejudice is this really famous book, right? So I have known about this for a long time. So I knew the plot.
Okay, but I
So
was just wondering if you're somebody who has no idea about what's going to happen, then maybe you wouldn't guess. Again, that would be very few people would not have any idea because
yeah,
they
because
would
there
have
are a
watched
lot of
some version of
huh.
movies and series. There is something you would have watched
And even in the book,
because yes, when Mr. Wickham enters, you think that they would end up together, right?
oh
Mr.
yeah,
Wickham.
okay, that is true. Yeah, but I think there was a lot of attention given to Mr. Darcy in the beginning that uh no one is going to just put him
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
behind
He
them.
wouldn't be introduced for no reason, and that
Yeah,
too. So many pages dedicated to him, about him,
yeah,
especially in the beginning with the ball and the even when Elizabeth goes and stays there to take care of Jane when she's unwell.
yeah.
So many of the conversation revolves around Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, and also there is the he starts having a crush on her, right? He starts developing this interest towards Elizabeth. So you already know that he's an important character. So I
Yeah, but I mean, the interest we as audience we wouldn't know, right? That it is because of that he's taken a liking. From
Mhm.
Elizabeth's point of view, it seems like he's trying to get away from all of them. He doesn't see them as peers, so he wants to be away from them.
So you're asking this from the point of view of the reader or from the point of view of Elizabeth?
From the point of view of the reader,
Huh. Okay, but
it
we
seems,
already know, right, that he has some interest.
yeah, we know because we have read the book before, and even before that we had some idea.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I think even if I had not known the story, I would have really, I would have thought that they would end up together.
Okay, fine. Okay, so then let's start talking about them, about
Uh,
their relation, about their marriage.
yeah, so this is really the name Pride and Prejudice is because of Elizabeth's prejudice and Mr.
Yes,
Darcy's pride.
right.
Right,
Yes,
and this is what they later conquers. So they
yes,
learn to look past this. So yeah,
yeah.
Elizabeth,
Other
the first
prejudices,
impression
right?
was this person is really proud and condescending, but later she really comes to know his character, and yeah, her prejudices are then gone by then. And
Yeah, and for Mr.
Darcy,
Darcy also, he he changes that. He starts to think from other people's point of view. And I think maybe that's what the author was also trying to, that he's come so far along. He has saved her family from shame.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
has put himself in their point of view, like he's put himself in their shoes.
Hmm.
He's developing empathy maybe, and he's
Yeah.
he's learned.
Yeah, and Elizabeth had a big part in it. She showed him the mirror. She
Yeah.
rejects this extremely rich, good-looking guy, and he was completely taken aback by that. And that's when he
Yeah.
starts questioning his behavior. So he realizes that the way you treat people actually plays a lot of role. So it's not just the money, but yeah, or
Hmm.
how you are. Even inside, maybe you might be a good person, right? But if you come across as somebody so
Yeah.
proud,
I
then
think that's the thing with Mr. Darcy, because
hmm,
he's not inherently a bad person.
yeah,
The way he treats the house help, that shows that he's not a bad person. He's a good person, but it is applicable to everyone.
yeah,
The way
he's
he
not
treated
friendly.
people, he's not friendly. He doesn't even try to be
Huh.
not civil, but he doesn't try. So even
Yeah.
in the beginning at the ball, he's not interested from the get-go, so he doesn't try. He does not put an act, and he doesn't care how others perceive him.
Yeah, and this is also an important character flaw actually, because you might think that you have a good heart, you are a good person, so that's all that matters. But what if the way you talk and what you have spoken has affected somebody, that has hurt someone, right? So
Yes. Yeah.
you are hurting someone even though you are a nice person. So I think you have to be civil, because we are living in
Yeah.
a society. We humans are social beings, and we have to care about people's feelings. So
Yes.
here we see that Elizabeth was really hurt. He was really blunt and he was speaking his mind. So
Mm.
for him, he was not doing anything wrong. But this actually hurts Elizabeth, right? When he says during the ball that, yeah, she's not as handsome to tempt me.
Yes.
Yeah, this might be the truth, but the person who hears this, they are not going to feel good about it.
Yes. And yet, at the end, it is she who he proposed to, even though he
Huh.
was not so smitten by her in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the end, he falls in love with her. So that also
Yes.
shows that.
Yeah, he's not so shallow. He's not.
Hmm. Yes.
He just did not fall for the looks, but for
Yeah.
the person that she is. And I think
Yes.
a person like him needs somebody like Elizabeth. What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes. So they are compatible. Once they set aside the differences, they are quite compatible. And even in the beginning, that's somebody that Elizabeth wanted, which is why she rejected Mr. Collins, because she could not hold conversations with him. But with
Hmm.
Mr. Darcy, that can happen.
Yeah.
So it's a good relation.
Yes. And do you think, yeah, for me, I feel like one important part of marriage is you should have something to learn from each other. Like the other person has to make you better. Like you have to grow in the relationship,
Oh
right?
yeah, yes, definitely, yes,
Yes, otherwise you're just going to stay
yes.
where you are. So most importantly, if you have certain similar morals and values and
Hmm.
certain common interest, it
Hmm.
doesn't have to be everything, but if you have too few common interests, then I think you can get along well, and they should have some qualities that you don't have, and you should have something that they don't, and then later you become this, like yeah, you learn from each other. I think that is there in
Yeah.
this relationship, like between Elizabeth and Darcy.
Mm, okay. Yes. So
Hmm.
that's our first relation. Should we? Move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think so. How do you think their marriage is going to go? There definitely is going to be this class issue again, right? At certain points in their life, they are going to be confronted with this again because they'll have to meet with their families once in a while, and Mr. Darcy is not going to change his opinion about her mother, right? And she is going to be a part of her life, and they'll definitely have to deal
Oh,
with
I
that.
think Mr. Darcy, he, like you said, he's learned to be, at least on the outside, he's learned to be civil. So he's going
Mm.
to continue doing that because now she is a mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And even though Elizabeth would agree with, all of those things,
Hmm.
what Mr. Darcy's opinion of the mother is, that is
Hmm.
still the mother. So disrespecting the mother would be disrespecting Elizabeth. So he wouldn't do that. And
Hmm.
he's going to be civil to her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the father, it was not so, it wasn't so bad. It was the mother that he had a bigger problem, mother and Lydia and Kitty. And
Um,
Kitty, in the end, it's seen that she has improved her ways.
yeah. Of.
And now the Jane is married to Bingley.
Hmm.
So their economic um, has also improved. And
Hmm.
I think they are of the same social class.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This you have already told me in one of the previous episodes. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, they are the same social class. So
Yeah. But
that is not, it's just the wealthy background.
Okay. Hmm.
That is the only difference.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, in my opinion, I think this marriage would go on smoothly. So Elizabeth
Yeah.
is going to put Darcy in his place whenever he's whenever he tries to fly beyond. uh, and then what is Darcy? What does Elizabeth learn from Darcy?
Like the very title of the book, Prejudice, right? She was
Hmm.
biased against him. She,
Hmm.
because the first impression was that he's very arrogant and he's putting others down. And
Hmm.
not just Elizabeth, even the other people who were present at the ball. He didn't bother with anybody. He just he was only interacting with the sister Bingley sisters, right? And
Hmm.
Mr. Bingley. So those things he would change, and maybe that is what the author was trying to show when he was talking with the uncle later on, when Elizabeth goes to his residence for the first time. He's
Hmm.
conversing with the uncle and conversing with the aunt. Although he also tells that he admires them, right? Somewhere in the, I think the letter, one of the letter, he tells that to Elizabeth. He really admires them,
Oh,
the uncle
Mr.
and
and
the
Mrs.
aunt.
Gardner.
Yes. And Mrs. Gardner is a very sensible woman. Throughout the book, she all the things that she thought has come true, whether it was about Mr. Wickham or Mr. Darcy. All her
Yeah.
opinions,
Yeah,
it's
she's
all
really
been true.
painted in a highlight in the book by the author.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe one of the most sensible characters in this book.
Hmm. So that brings us to the next couple, which is Mr. Bingley and Jane. So this marriage is in my opinion, is very typical. So the woman, she's a very sensible woman. And she loves this man, and he is going to provide for her. So they are going to. I don't think there will be a lot of banter in this relationship, as there would be in Elizabeth and
Hmm.
Mr. Darcy's. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a really a smooth one without a lot of problems.
We don't know much about how Mr. Bingley is, right? He's portrayed as a good person, like a nice guy, but
Mhm.
beyond that, we don't know. Do we know what he really
No,
likes?
actually, we don't.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, but we know Jane at least, so we know that if she is one of the counterparts, then she is going to make sure that this marriage goes smoothly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think she's going to put that extra effort in case if she has to.
But what about the sisters? Would they give her a hard time?
Oh, that is true. But I think eventually the younger one is going to get married and then move away, right?
Hmm.
So they are not going
Yeah.
to be with them. So Jane is going to
Yeah.
definitely live. She was living closer to Elizabeth, right, by the end of the book.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, they're in a good place. I think their marriage would be.
Oh,
I,
yeah. And also now that Elizabeth is married to Mr. Darcy,
hmm,
maybe that jealousy wouldn't be there so much. That was the whole thing, right, with the sister. She was very jealous that he was paying her Elizabeth attention and not her,
hmm,
which is why she was very arrogant.
yeah,
And it is also in the book, they do like Jane from the very beginning.
yeah,
They
true.
do like.
Yeah, it's just that
So,
They did not like Elizabeth and Darcy's relationship.
yeah.
Yes. And Mr. Collins and Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah. That I
It's,
think
yeah.
Charlotte definitely made she just compromised. I can see that. Because for somebody like her, Mr. Collins is uh, not what one would expect. But that,
Yeah.
yeah. But she took her chance because she was getting older, and back in the day, that was marriage was the only option, I believe. So she had to do it.
Yeah, I think we need to keep that in mind when we are
Mm.
talking about all of these relationships. There is, marriage was the biggest thing for them. Without
Mm.
marriage, women were looked down
Down upon, yeah.
upon.
And after, if something like entailment happens, and if there are only girl children in your family, then where are these women going to go, right? So,
Hmm.
yeah, they did not have any options. And it's really sad that you have to settle with someone that you're basically compromising. And I believe at today we don't have to compromise.
Yeah.
I think no, yeah, in the beginning before marriage, you definitely you should not compromise. So after marriage, then when so before marriage itself, if you start seeing that you will have to compromise, then don't. It's better not to get married. But
Yes.
yeah, if you don't see it before marriage, if everything is fine, and later along with time, I think then you can compromise a little bit. But yeah, Charlotte, I think she's going to have a comfortable life, but she's not going to have this intellectual conversation with her husband. He's going
Yes.
to be this pompous person, yeah, who just he's not a
Oh,
bad guy either.
also, I think before, if I remember correctly, before Lady Catherine talks to Elizabeth, doesn't he send her a letter, or
How
does
he
he?
does,
Who does he
yeah, to
to
dissuade her
warn?
from going along with the engagement with Mr. Darcy.
Yes, but it's also that. But he was not completely against it, right? I think he's more surprised.
All I remember is this part, that the point of it was to not go along with it, to, like dissuading her from getting engaged to Mr. Darcy. I don't remember the whole thing. So was it
I
that? I don't.
I I remember it being that he was more surprised, but he was not completely against this
Uh,
alliance. And
oh,
later on, doesn't the father send back? I think he sends the father a letter, not
huh.
Elizabeth.
Yes,
And
yes.
and, and the father writes him a letter that it would be wise if you supported the nephew and not the aunt.
Oh, yeah. True. He's wealthier, right?
Yeah, he's
Mm.
wealthier.
Yeah.
And maybe, now that their uh, status has also improved, maybe it would be better for all of them
Yeah.
in the sense that they are friends. Charlotte is friends with Elizabeth, so
Mm.
that would help him also.
Yeah, that is
So
true,
maybe,
but he is going to be more pompous. He's just going to brag about it. every time.
Yeah,
But there are a lot of people like this. I've seen a lot of people like Mr. Collins in my life. Yeah, and it's hard to listen to them, but yeah, they. Yeah, okay, but I think yeah, it's not. He's not a bad person, so
it's not a
it's not a
bad
huge
person.
compromise. It's just that on the surface level, he's a bit shallow. But I think Charlotte will balance it out, that
Yeah.
relationship. Yeah. So uh, that also would go smoothly without big issues because of how sensible Charlotte is. And even Mr. Collins does not expect a lot. He just wants a wife who's
Hmm.
going to support him, uh,
Yeah.
who is who has a good temper, and that's all
Hmm.
what Charlotte is. And the most controversial relationship in the book is Mr. and Mrs. Bennet.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about Mr. Wickham and Lydia.
Oh, not okay. That's oh, I forgot about them. Um, it's just that we don't get to know a lot about that, right? We know that this is a bribery and not this is like a dowry, one would say.
Dowry, yeah.
Many
It
countries
is
dowry
dowry.
still exist. And yeah, during marriage, when you are marrying a girl, so the girl's family gives you a lot of gifts and money. And that's
Hmm.
what's happening here. Yeah, actually, this is not far from reality. This happens a lot. We are looking down on this, right? And we are laughing about it. But when we
Yeah, but
actually see what it really is, then this happens in real life a lot.
in real, maybe that's why I was feeling so bad for Lydia. She's so young. She's
Hmm.
only 15. And especially in those days, marriage was the only thing that women had to do. I mean,
Hmm.
not the only thing, that is like the ultimate thing that you had to do. You had no other choice. So she found this very good looking person. Maybe that was her, maybe that was the only quality she wanted. And then
Hmm.
she eloped with him, not knowing how his character is or not really being bothered about that.
Yeah, and he's also not hardworking, right? He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants money. He
Yeah.
wants somebody to support his life.
Mm.
And yeah, having such a husband is really hard. And I'm sure Lydia, once she
It's
grows up, she's
it's
going to
doomed
see
from
it
the beginning.
differently.
I don't know how. Yeah, it couldn't. I wonder how it, what the author had in mind with that marriage.
Um, hmm. I think she just wanted to show um, that if you let young girls interact a lot with men, then things like this can happen because
Yeah, and it does
they're not.
happen. For sure, it happens. Even now, there are a lot of things happen.
Yeah. So,
But
and especially he was much older, right? Today,
yeah, yeah,
there
they're the
are,
same age, Mr. Darcy and Mr. Wickham.
huh, exactly. So they are much older than Lydia, and today this is going to be a crime.
Yes,
So Lydia is for 16 and this guy is 25 around,
15.
or 25,
Hmm.
27, and yeah, he'll be put in jail today. But so this is one of the important points that if you're dating at a young age, then you should date somebody of your own age. Once
Yeah.
they pass 25 or 30, I think it's fine. Uh,
Hmm.
because you have more discernment. But at a young age, it's a really bad idea to do it because they have seen a lot of the world. They are more manipulative. And
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I think this is
I
it's definitely a victim actually when we look at it.
Yeah, yeah. I wish that part hadn't happened. I feel like with all the other couples, we can sort of, just let it be. But with this, just
I didn't
like,
actually give so much importance to this couple. I did not think about it. But now, once you
okay.
mentioned it, that's when I started thinking, oh, this is terrible that what has happened
Yeah.
to this girl.
Hmm.
But it was
And
so common, right, back then.
It
marriage.
is common, and it doesn't look like he's going to redeem his ways. It doesn't look like that
Yeah.
because even in the end, it's seen like he's just trying to stay with either with the Dasis or with Bingleys.
Hmm.
He just wants to stay there because
Yeah.
they are much better off than wherever place he's residing. So, and he's using Lydia for that.
Huh. And her connection. So it's a really,
Mm.
yeah, but how their marriage, I don't know how he is to Lydia. That's not shown a lot, right, in the book. There is no description of how their relationship is with each other, at least. At least if he's
Yeah.
nice to her, then maybe we can
Hmm.
ignore the other flaws.
But there's this part when after they get married, they come to visit their home first.
Mm.
Elizabeth makes this observation that she is more
Into him.
smitten,
Huh.
yeah, than he is towards her.
Oh.
So that is the beginning of the relation. So
Yeah, so for
doesn't
him,
look like
oh,
it's
and also we forgot to discuss this. He married her because he started hearing the rumors that Elizabeth potentially will marry Mr. Darcy, right? And that's why,
Oh,
yes, that
okay.
otherwise, why would he go
Oh,
for Lydia? Yeah,
okay.
that's why he did it. Because
Okay, so he knew then Mr. Darcy would intervene in the situation.
yes,
Okay.
at least he knew that once Darcy becomes his brother-in-law, he is going to support him
Hmm.
throughout his life.
That's why he eloped. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why. So he used Lydia literally for his own gain. Uh,
Hmm.
but again, we see this a lot in real life that people marrying for money,
Yes.
even today.
Even
So,
today.
hmm.
Yes.
But I think he would at least treat her properly. At least, you know, what would you think their relationships are going to be? Even if he doesn't have to be smitten by her, but
Hmm.
as long as he takes care of her, and the family, it's okay, I believe. What what else?
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering how Lydia is also going to fare in this because other than that she likes to party and she likes to go for balls, we don't know anything else about her.
Hmm.
That is the only way she's portrayed throughout the whole book. Maybe
I
because she's so young, she might grow up and she
regret
might
everything.
change. She would regret. I
Yeah.
think so.
And I think it's better if she doesn't change. If she changes, her life is going to
Then,
be hell. If
yes.
she's this naive and shallow, then this relationship will go on. Otherwise, it's going to be hard. Yeah, probably this could break up as well. I don't know
But do
whether,
they?
I,
Yeah, in those days, did that happen? Maybe
yeah,
not.
it's a big question in my mind. Does it happen
Yeah.
divorce? I
Yeah, I
think
don't think
all
divorce
of her
happened.
relatives are going to support her, except her mother and father. Her sisters definitely would support her. Sisters,
Yeah.
yeah, but then I don't know. I cannot talk about, that time.
Yeah, we wouldn't. Yeah,
Let's
we
hope
wouldn't
that
know.
everything went well and
Yeah, let's hope we can hope.
yeah, but I have no hopes for Mr. Vikram. I don't think he changed his ways.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
remains the same. Okay, and then for me, the most important, what I noticed was this marriage between Mr. Bennet and Mrs. Bennet. So
Okay.
that explains. So all these are different categories of marriages, right? All of these
Mm.
marriages are different, and we see
Mm.
examples of that even today in our society.
Yes.
So Mr. Bennet married Mrs. Bennet while they were really young. While she was young, she was really pretty, and he couldn't look past it.
Mm.
Right? So it was also his fault. So he married her
Yeah,
for her looks.
that
And later,
shows that he's shallow.
yes, and
It,
then later he realizes that there is nothing more. They
mm.
have nothing in common. There is nothing to talk about. So
Hmm.
once that initial spark fades away, there is nothing to keep you in, you know. I mean, they stay married, but he loses all
Hmm.
interest in this woman.
Yeah. And Elizabeth makes this observation.
Hmm.
She She knows this about her parents,
Yeah.
that
And
this
she
is how
knows
it is.
that
And
the
she,
way he treats her is not right.
yeah,
Um,
because again, with the marriage thing also, Mrs. Bennet uh, was the one who's taking all the initiative, and the father was, in fact, throughout the book, he is in a study, right? He's doing
yeah, this is it's like
that.
he's escaping the reality he has put himself in. He married this
I mean,
woman, so once you marry somebody, they become a part of your
you,
life, right? More
yeah,
than
you
a part
have
of
that
your life.
responsibility when you have kids, when
Yeah.
you have,
So
but
he's
he,
just he isolates himself and he gets lost in his own world. And that's what we do, right? We read books so that we can get lost in another world and we can live there because sometimes reality is hard. And
yeah, but you still need to do things that you have to do, whether you
exactly.
like it or not. But
Yeah.
him, he gets to escape fairly often, and
Hmm.
he's just there, which is also why Mrs. Bennet is acting up all the time.
Huh.
That's why she has to be so over the top with
Yeah, she
everything.
feels unheard. She doesn't have this other partner in a relationship, right? When you are
Yeah.
in a marriage, you have to go hand in hand together
Hmm.
and face the
Especially with
issues together.
when there are children also, you need to do that. You need to, at least sometimes. Here, I feel like the mother was the one who's doing most of the work around the house, even though they had help, but with all the other things. And he would, in his smart, witty ways, try to put her down.
Yeah, so that is the problem with this marriage because this person is very intelligent. Not very, I would say he's intelligent. He's smart, and that is why he can't be with this woman in the same room. You know, the more different you are from the other person, the more you want to not be in their company.
I believe that what is intelligence, right? So
No,
his
so
view is
if you
probably,
no, for what I meant is that you will have at least some meaningful conversation. If it's something about the way Mrs. Bennett is talking about neighbors and getting into
she
these
likes to
conversations
gossip.
that are, yeah, and
Yeah,
gossip and these
he's
things.
he's not
So,
he's not interested in things like that. He likes to discuss about books and art, and that's why when Jane and Elizabeth they had to stay at Mr. Bingley's, he felt very alone, and when they came back, he was very happy to
yeah.
have meaningful. But why couldn't he do that with Mary then? Mary, who was always studying.
Oh, exactly. We have to talk about Mary before we finish this episode because I feel like she was completely forgotten. She had a lot of potential. This character, I like this
Yeah.
character a lot, even though she was mentioned only few times in the books. Actually really captivated my attention. Like I would think, oh, this is a good character. This, but she's just written
Yeah.
off. He could have talked. That is the thing. This father does not see the third daughter at all.
He doesn't see beyond the second one.
Huh.
Beyond Elizabeth, he doesn't see anyone.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah,
So it's
that's
just Jane and
true.
Elizabeth.
Because Mary can have intellectual conversations from whatever she has. The very little that she has spoken in the book, I had a good impression of
Hmm.
her.
Yes, she's in the beginning, very beginning itself, she's on who talks about pride and vanity.
Yeah,
So from the beginning itself, we should have understood what this book was about to be, because she
yeah.
was talking about it.
Oh, yeah,
But
true.
we don't pay her attention because, like you said, hers is a minor character, even though she's a sister.
Yeah, and she reads a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she had had the chance, the only thing, yeah, she could have ended up with Mr. Darcy. Who knows? The only reason she
Okay.
ends up alone is because she does not go out and like the other sisters.
Hmm. Towards the end of the book, they say that she also kind of, grows up beautifully because she's not compared to her older sisters. So that
Hmm.
gives her some peace.
Oh,
She's, yeah, she has that space to come out of their shadows.
oh, okay,
So
that's
maybe
nice.
there's a lot of hope for Mary.
Yeah, because
I
I
don't
think
remember what the line was exactly, but this is my interpretation. Like, okay, now she's getting some space.
okay, I think it was because the other girls were prettier, right? So even
They
if
were prettier. Kitty was very loud. Not Kitty. Yeah, okay. Lydia and Kitty. They
hmm.
were very loud and like Mrs. Bennet, they were her favorite, right? So I mean, just look at this. The older two are the father's favorite. The other two are the mother's favorite, and this one, she's
Yeah,
just ignored.
that's why, like in the first episode, we said, right? Like, she's the typical middle child who's completely
Isn't she
forgot.
the youngest child?
No, no, she's the middle
No.
one.
Oh yeah, yeah. She is the middle child. Yeah.
Youngest is Lydia.
Youngest is Kitty, I think.
No, that
Lydia.
is, yeah, I was also surprised.
Oh,
Youngest is
okay.
Lydia, and the author
Oh,
explains that Kitty gets influenced by Lydia, and I just don't get it.
okay. That
Yeah,
is
that's why
confusing.
Lydia says, right, the youngest gets married,
Okay.
earliest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So then Mary would be around 17, right? At least.
I would say 19 because Elizabeth is 21, uh, Jane
Okay.
23. So, this girl is 19, and then Kitty might be 17, and Lydia 15.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, all young girls. In
Hmm.
today's age, 23 is very young.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
so the moral of the story is to get married once you're older. And yeah, even in Mr. Bennett's case, if he had talked to her and waited little bit to know more about her and her character, then he would
Okay.
have
So when you
definitely spent this life.
think about it,
Mm.
his daughters are more sensible than him. At least they talked to their respective spouses. Not Lydia, but the other two. They
Yes,
tried to get to know them and
yeah,
then only then got married.
yeah, they were
Okay.
not definitely not as shallow as him. So that's
Yeah.
why they will definitely have a better marriage than their parents for sure.
Okay.
Well, that
Yes.
was pretty quick, right? We are
Yes.
already at the end of our podcast, and this was really
Hmm.
fun discussing this
It
with
was yes, very interesting take to see each other's views and interpretations. And it would be so nice if we could get to know what other people think. So if we could find out what our listeners think about these characters and their marriages, that would be so fun.
exactly. Yeah, I'm really waiting to hear your opinions on this. All
Yes.
right, then
Yes.
until we see next time. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.
You too.